old Johnny Cash. Well, my dad left home when I was 3, and it didn't leave much for my mom and me. Just an old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Well, I don't blame him because he's running here, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought it was quite a joke. It got lots of laughs from lots of folks. It seems I've had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life just ain't easy for born ain't Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got clean. I roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made a vow to the moon and stars I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that son of a bitch who gave me that name. So it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I just hit town and my throat was dry, and I thought I'd hop and have myself a brew.
Dear.
In an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table dealing studs, at the dirty son of a bitch that named me Sue. Well, I knew that skunk was my own sweet dad from the worn-out picture that my mother had. I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood run cold. I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you gonna die." So I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, got him up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. So I bashed a chair across his teeth, and we went through the wall and into the street, kicking at a gouge in the mud and the blood and the beer. Well, I tell you, I fought tougher men, I don't seem to remember when. He kicked like a mule and bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh, then I heard him curse, and he went for his gun, and I pulled mine first, and I saw that son of a bitch sit there and smile. He said, "Son, this world is rough, and a man's gonna live, he's gotta be tough," and I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye, and I knew it was just get tough or die, and it was that name to help to make you strong. Now you put up one hell of a fight, and I know you want to, and you got your right to kill me now. I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before you die for the gravel in the gut and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the dirty son of a bitch named you Sue. So I got all choked up, threw down my gun, I called him Pa and he called me son. I came away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win. If I ever have a son, I'm gonna name him Bill or George or anything but Sue. I still hate that name.